What's good, y'all? It's A-Fizzle here on this Tuesday, May 12th, 2026. It's a gloomy Tuesday morning. But yeah, before I get into the topic of this video, you're probably wondering why I'm walking around in the middle. It's early in the morning. First and foremost, to get the steps in. You know, fitness is key, y'all. Y'all should try it sometimes. And secondly, I get my tires taken care of. I'm not going to get into detail of that because backstory. As y'all know, it's May 12th. If you've been paying attention to this channel the last couple of weeks, you heard me talk about the Tacos and Margarita Festival, which I'm not going to get into that right now. But at this time frame, I did go to the Tacos and Margarita Festival. There will be a vlog from the Tacos and Margarita Festival. And in that vlog, I did get in depth about the tire situation, but nonetheless, it's getting taken care of right now. So if you want to know what's going on with that, you'll have to wait till the Tacos and Margarita Festival vlog comes out, which at this point, I don't know when it's going to come out because right now, I know I had the Dad Skippy vlog go up this weekend, and then the vlog from the Porch Fest is scheduled to premiere tonight, and I still got to do a drink review, which I did from the Porch Fest, and then the top, there's like one more music performance, and then Tacos and Margarita Festival. So, but the good news is that vlog is a little short, so hopefully I should be able to get that vlog out by the end of this week. Or at least have it ready to premiere by the end of this week or this weekend, we'll see. But enough about that. So yeah, the Braves were off yesterday. The Gators were off as well as far as baseball and softball. So instead, what I decided to do is watch a documentary. You know, sometimes I'm watching documentaries. Oh, speaking of documentaries, before I try to talk about the documentary, one more thing. Hey, LeBron, you ready to retire yet? They got swept last night by the OKC Thunder. I thought that was pretty funny. And I like LeBron, but he's definitely not my GOAT. But the point is, yeah, they're still closed. I don't know what they're gonna do with that yet. But the point is, like, LeBron's been playing for 23 years. He's already accomplished what he's going to accomplish, and there's no point in him to continue to play in the league. Like, what up? You got championships. You stayed long enough to be in the league the same time as your son. And I just not seeing a situation where you're going to win any more championships. You might, unless you join the super team, that is. Now, with that being said, and plus, Lakers, bandwagon nation. They're the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Yankees of the NBA. So, and I don't hate the Lakers, but anytime they lose, it's good to see those bandwagon fans shout out. All right, now to this topic at hand. So, with that being said, I was watching a documentary. I started watching it Sunday. You know, I don't know if y'all are familiar with this channel, Hip Hop Universe. If you're a hip hop historian, you know about Hip Hop Universe. And for a while now, he made a video about the Tupac and Biggie beef. I'll go this way. But yeah, he made a video about the Tupac and Biggie beef, and it's been cut. And, you know, he goes in depth on certain videos, kind of like breaking down the analysis of their beef, and even some of Tupac's beefs with Nas and Junior Mafia and all those people. And so his biggest beef with Nas and OGC and all those cats. So like so he dropped the video. The video is almost 11 hours long. So it's like, so first and foremost, you're probably thinking, like, Jesus Christ, 11 hours? Almost 11 hours? Yeah, it's that long. With that being said, I'm not gonna be able to watch the videos in its entirety at one time because, you know, it's impossible. It just is. So I started watching Sunday, and I'm very intrigued about some of the things that I heard. Now, this is not a movie, so I can do spoiler alerts. So, one thing I was not aware of was like the origins of their feud really started in 1993. You know, because apparently Biggie was hanging out with somebody that Pac didn't trust and whatnot, and Pac started to feel some type of way about it. You know, even though they were cool, you know, he still tried to keep it cordial. It's always that I'm gonna keep you at a distance type of way. And then y'all know about, like, you already know about the quad shootings and all that, but you know, I only know that Pac was shot. You know, and I know that Biggie and Junior Mafia was at Quad Studios the night of the shooting. Now, whether Biggie set him up or not, that's neither here or there, because I really don't care if he set him up or not. But like, just the fathom that a lot of people, a certain amount of people were involved, well, not involved, but were there, and Pac was just kind of blaming everybody who he saw. Is like, it was insane, man. And then, and this is an interesting tidbit that I found out yesterday. Well, yeah, late Sunday night, and then I had to rewatch it yesterday. That I didn't know Biggie and LL had beef. I know LL and Tupac did, because like the "I Shot You" song, but like I didn't know that song created a lot of animosity either. Like, because I heard "I Shot You" was a response to Biggie's "Who Shot You," and it's like, because you know the King of New York supremacy and all that. It's like, wow, a lot of certain things I did not know. I did not know Jimmy Henchman was involved, because I know Tupac had a song called shit. It's a guitar. It's on the Machiavelli album, and in the song, it was one of the songs on the Machiavelli album where he did go after Jimmy Henchman. Then I know that Jimmy Henchman had anything to do with it. Jimmy Henchman kind of like a square anyway, though. That's just my opinion. But I just thought that was an interesting tidbit as well to that scoped out in front of me. So yeah. But outside of that, you know, like some of the other stuff that it was talked about in the documentary, I already knew. You know, obviously Pop was going after Biggie in certain songs, even though he wasn't he was being subliminal at first, and then he signs to Death Row, and then he really put names, he really named names. So, and I did kind of hear about the alleged rape case that Pac suffered, but I didn't know that was the reason why he went to jail. So like, is it, you know, the more you know, I guess, because you hear certain bits and pieces of things, and you know, you can't really put two together what's going on, and then when you watch these documentaries and you get the full story, it's like, whoa, I did not know that at all. So, or I kind of knew about it, know the full backstory. So yeah, right now, so far it's been a good documentary. No, I'm not finished. Like I said, it's almost 11 hours long. I'm at the halfway point right now. So where I'm at right now is last left off, they was talking about "Hit 'Em Up." Now I didn't know it was two versions of that song. Now that part I did know, because there's a point in the song where Pop was even dissing Jay-Z. So some of y'all already knew that though. But yeah. So, you know, and they said, like, in the original "Hit 'Em Up," Pop was just going after Biggie and going after Biggie. He didn't really go after Faith Evans. But some, you know, when Faith was telling Biggie about the "Hit 'Em Up" song, that's when Pop went after her. As y'all know, that Biggie and Faith used to be married, and she was hanging out with Pac. Biggie went with that. Like, if you're watching the Notorious movie, you know this. You know this part. So yeah, watch it. Yeah, but I didn't know Faith got around like. I didn't know Faith was doing all that now, that kind of really took me by surprise. Like the fact that she was going around, you know, sleeping with everybody. She's supposed to be a married woman. And that's why I told y'all, actions have consequences. Where y'all go around and, you know, it's one thing to be a risk taker, but when you really, you know, provoking the bear, it growls hard. And once it growls hard, then, you know, there's no stopping it. So I'm just, you know, just wow, man. But then again, I'm not surprised. Like, you know, if she was hanging out with Pocket when she's supposed to be married to Biggie and they were beefing at the time, the fact that she's doing this to a lot of other people don't surprise me at all. It's just funny that she got busted finally. But yeah, that's what. But yeah, so far so good. It's turning out to be a really good documentary. I'm looking forward to see the second half of this. I'm looking forward to seeing the second half of this documentary, because obviously they still got to talk about the Machiavelli album, which I haven't got that part yet. Obviously they got to talk about Life After Death, and go in depth with the song Long Kiss Goodnight, which is a good song, by the way. But so, you know, they got to talk about that. So now obviously they got to bring up the deaths up. So yeah, I think once I watch it all, maybe I'll come back and do like a recap and give y'all my pure insights of, you know, that whole documentary in its entirety, because there may be some stuff that I haven't even known about, yet that I'm gonna be surprised to hear about. So, but yeah, I think I'll talk a little bit about that for a second, you know, to really go and, you know, I think I'll talk a little bit about that for a second. But yeah, anybody who's into hip hop, who, you know, who's interested in hip hop beats or whatnot, what y'all insights on it? You know, what y'all, you know, you think Biggie set him up? You think Pop just wilding out for no reason? What are y'all insights? So leave a comment down below. But anyways, I'm gonna ride up out of here, because my car should be getting done in a minute. So yeah. So y'all have a good Tuesday. Oh, it's Tuesday. Boycott Taco Tuesday. Oh, and Boycott Taco Tuesday. I'll leave it at that. And I'll talk y'all later.